Your restaurant business is tough. It's dirty, it's time consuming, it's expensive. 60% of the restaurants fail within the first year, 80% fail within the first 5 years. If I can do business by helping out other small mom and pop operators who are facing the same challenges that I know my mom did, I can grow the business, but I can do it in a way that can also help other people reach their goals too. My name is Tyler Shin, the founder of Revolving Kitchen in Garland, Texas. I was born and raised in Seoul, Korea. We moved to Cedar Rapids, Iowa when I was 12, and then we moved to LA when I was 16. My mother didn't speak English very well, so she had a hard time getting a job or starting a business in Iowa, but when we moved to LA, there was a huge Korean community, and she was able to start a karaoke bar. It was always a struggle. She put the food on the table the way she knows how. And that was a lot of stress on her, on the family. She never wanted me to go to grocery store with her because she didn't want me to see her pay grocery with the food stamps. So, she was working during the day, at night, on the weekends, and we didn't really know how much we struggled. That made me want to not go into the restaurant business, that's first. And two, get education. My mom had not been well since I was 16, and because my mom wasn't working, my dad wasn't working, so I had to make a living for the family for 3 years after high school, and then went to night school and eventually transferred to UCLA. I wanted to become a high school counselor, and it turns out high school counselors do not make a lot of money. I ended up studying accounting and finance. So I worked in leverage buyout, mergers and acquisition, loan syndication. I ended up moving into restructuring. When you are responsible for closing down the business, it's a business decision, but it's very personal too. It's not just letting go of employees, they got their families. And one of the co-investors asked me to move to Dallas, and I just kind of decided to go for a change of scenery. So in February 2014, my mom passed away. It was very sad, obviously very terrible, but that was the first time that I didn't have to take care of anybody since I was 18. So I quit my corporate job and decided to travel, and it became this 18-month sabbatical. I wanted to come back, and this time it was, okay, how do I want to do things differently in a way that it fits kind of my personal and philosophical belief. The first thing that I did was go back to my favorite restaurant. The chef wanted to do catering jobs on the side. So I decided to go across DFW to look for commercial kitchen or commissary kitchen where he could do catering jobs. But the reality is, if you can afford it, it's too far, too dirty, too small. If you like it, it's just too expensive. So that's kind of when the idea came to me where, okay, maybe I'll build a few kitchens. So, okay, instead of building 6, let's build 25. Go big or go home, I guess, in Texas. Initially, my business model evolved around serving the needs for catering companies, people who are doing consumer packaged goods, farmers market, food production to sell to retail stores. We opened business in September 2019. 6 months into it, there was, pandemic. A lot of these caterers got wiped out, right? No more weddings, no more birthday parties. It was pretty scary. It was like a ghost town here. So I reached out to a lot of local mom and pop restaurants as well as chains. Hey, if you want to do takeout and delivery, we have the setup here for you to start your ghost kitchen. We started getting operators asking, hey, who's going to deliver the food to the drivers? Between hours of 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day, we have a group of runners verify the order, bring the food from the kitchens and to the front, hand it off to the driver or the customer. It's primarily delivery and takeout orders, but you can still have a sit outside, enjoy your food at the picnic tables. We call it virtual food hall. If you got a family of 4, instead of having to go to 4 different places to pick up, you can order 4 different things from 4 different concepts through our app or through our website. And what we have realized is that a lot of these guys need more help than just real estate. So, every day I'll walk around and talk to different operators and their employees like, okay, what else are you guys struggling? At the end of the day, it's my responsibility to make sure that everyone does well here.
When we got the idea to start a restaurant, we started looking at a bunch of places. And then we came out here and Tyler said, all you need to do is cook and I'll take care of the rest. My mom passed last year and these are her recipes. And so this is my way of honoring her, and it would have been years before I would have been able to do this.
When you lease the space from us, it's 1-year deal. There's no personal guarantee. If you run our kitchen by the hour, you pay as you go. So if things don't work out, you still have to pay for it, but it's not as dire. My original goal was become a high school counselor, right? I wanted to help people. I wanted to give them guidance. And in a way, I'm doing that in the business world. We'll be running out of kitchens soon. Before that happens, I want to make sure that I work on the 2nd and 3rd and 4th and 5th locations. This is perfect because you got a lot of retail foot traffic coming to multiple stores. I'm spending a lot of time driving around, looking at different buildings, talking to different brokers and landlords, see where the next potential locations may be. I'm trying to change the landscape here and trying to shape how the food business starts and grows by offering cheaper, easier, faster way to start or grow the business.